Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session, The Art of Admission, a Tactical Approach to Graduate School. I am Puspanjali from the Student Placement Council, and I will be your moderator for this informative session. I am excited to introduce our special guest, Mr. Dharisil Patil. He is an emerging AI engineer with a strong background in computer engineering from Savitribai Phule, Pune University, and he is also pursuing the data science from IIT Madras. Right now, Dharisil is an AI ML intern at Kishan AI. He excels in developing high accuracy pipelines for processing agricultural videos and enhancing farmer communication through an AI chatbot. He has also interned at Apexigo, building automated data analysis tools. Further, Dharisil will start his MS in computer science at New York University, where he plans to keep exploring the amazing possibilities of AI. Today, he will share his tips and strategy for getting into graduate school. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Dharisil Patil. Sir, now the virtual floor is all yours.
Hello everyone. As she mentioned, myself Dharishil Patil. I'll be moving to US for masters in computer science this fall. So let's start the session. Yeah, I'll share my screen. Yeah, is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah. So the name of session, the art of admission. So I named the session as the art because the admission doesn't happen by looking at your face, nor they know your face, nor they know you personally. There are particular set of skills that they need for a particular department. For example, in my case, computer science. That makes you an appealing candidate. That makes you to a better place, especially with respect to the university, and especially with respect to the ranking of the college or the number of the students they take. They expect some set of particular skills to have with students, and then they choose the students. And we are going to talk about that a lot. You will be most of the time in the outside forums, you will be knowing the process. And that's what's the most discussed part. But in this session, I will be touching some parts which even I had scarcity to know. And I researched a lot about it. I talked to a lot about people, and 99% of the people don't know about it or don't focus on the most important part of the aspect. That's why I named the session to create a possibility of your profile to get into the better schools compared to what you won't do it otherwise. And that's why this the tactical approach to the grad school. So we will be talking about the tactics that will take you to the better school with the better overall package and better overall research funding and all that. So we will talk about that. Some brief intro about me. So I'm a normal guy as you. I did my bachelor's from Pune University. Then this opportunity to join IIT Madras came in COVID times, and I just hopped onto it. And then there was life-changing things for me. So I realized that I need to have some research experience, which in India is really scarce because of resources. And that's when I decided that I would join I will try for masters and see how good they are. And these are my socials. Please scan this and please ethically stop me. So yeah, I will move on to the next slide. Yeah. So let's discuss why USA. The first one is, of course, money. We are at 2,500 per capita US dollars. US stands at 76,000 per capita US dollars. That's the one thing. If you talk about the economics, that's right there, right? With that much amount of money, you have better everything. And then there is research. So every university, like especially the T20, If you take even one university in T20, like top 20 of United States, each university has better funding than combined top 5 universities of India. So that's one thing. And a better ecosystem, like their research and startup and corporate ecosystem is very well oiled, well into each other. And that's the main thing why you see many people, many immigrants going there and making billions of dollars of companies, because they have the kind of support from their government as well. Then there is academia. You always have an edge on your side because you are always near to the most cutting edge innovations around the world. That's one thing. And then you have support of the world's best talent at your at a click. And then even if not all that, you have the opportunity to work at the world's best places who have reached all over the world, and then you could leverage that for you. So that these are the three things mostly. So this is kind of thing we will be having. Like, firstly, I will go through how the process is, and then I will stress those facts which are the most important for the application to getting an admit into the college or a university. So these are stage. Like, let's pick an example. We will discuss a story about a student who is going to United States for fall 2026. So there's still 2 years to go, and let's say how he or she should approach his application. So until fall 2025, he should at least, so let's say he has started his bachelor's by 2022, fall 2022, December, Jan 2022. Until from the start of his college till today, till 2025, he should be building his profile. And what kind of things are required to build the profile, we will be discussing that. And then after fall until fall 2025, he'll be building the profile, and then using whatever the profile he has, like kind of internships, CGPA, and research papers, and affiliations with respect to his open source works, if he or she has done it. And then uh, the test scores, the standardized test scores. And then on basis of that, we will be deciding university. And then we will move to a statement of purpose and letter of recommendation. So these are the two letters which university requires. Statement of purpose means why you want to pursue the program, why you want to be in the United States, what are your reasons. And letter of recommendation means somebody is gonna vet about you, somebody is gonna tell you how you are. So they may be your professors, or your working colleagues, or maybe your manager, not colleagues but manager especially. And then we put forward applications to the university. So these are and we see what kind of requirements each university has. Different university in USA has different kind of criteria for application. You need to scrape all through and then decide. And then you will be start getting admits, like, let's say you start applying by fall 2025 for a student who is going to US for fall 2026. You start applying by fall 2025. University shortlisting happens there itself. From August 2025 to September 2025, you should be done with this. September, or at max, at worst case, December 2025. Even worst case, January, March 2026, you should be done with these three. And from February 2026, you will start receiving admits. And then for each college, you will have multiple admits, and then you will decide which is the best for you, based on scholarship, such funding, affiliations, and all that. And then you will take the loan from the bank. Most of the students go through this route, because this has kind of a dependency on the visa interview. Because if you're self-funding, there may be certain issues which I will talk. And then you apply for visa interview. So I-20 is a thing, right? The college asks the US government that this student is coming in our university, and please register him. So that's the way. This is the document that I-20 mentions, and then you take all this admits and I-20 to the bank, and bank will happily sponsor you based on your college. They have particular list of colleges they prefer for loan, and then you choose multiple banks and BFCs and all that, and then you book the visa entry. This is where US government sees your intentions. So it's kind of short interview. You can debate about that, but this thing only happens for USA, not any other country. And then within this process, you start looking what kind of people you want to be around, what kind of people you want to have with from India to until your degree completes, and then you find the mates, you find the housing and all that. So let's stress the fact, like within this, the only struggle to get is it's a better university, because a better university comes with better connections, better affiliations, most probably better opportunities, because they prefer this from the alma mater usually. And as you guys all having from IIT Madras, you already have an affiliation, and if you get into some of the T20 or T10 schools, it will be even better. So that's these are the things like profile building, SOP LOR, that helps you do that. So let's discuss that, and I will putting some important tricks about how you can master it, because usually the process flow, like first they said when we should start this process, the sooner the good. Like let's say if you want to go at for fall 2025, better you start now. Whatever you have right now, you start applying, you shortlist your universities and start applying right now. Earlier, in the sense that you are in first year or second year of the degree, with respect to IIT Madras Foundation and Diploma, you start right now building the profile, decide the timeline, and yeah, and at the start of the undergraduate degree, this is the best. Most of the students don't start here; they decide way later. I too decided way later. Yeah. Mm. So yeah, what's the profile? So let's discuss that. So it's about your degree, what degree you are having. Like you may be having medical, you may having computer, you may having electrical, and then what are your interest, what work you will do, a degree, and then CGP. The alma mater matters. Like we have IIT Madras, it definitely helps. There is certain people in the organization who value IIT Madras a lot, that the talent pool coming from there is valued a lot. Then there is CGPA. So it's not that every school prefers CGPA. So there are some schools who prefer CGPA heavy. There are some schools who just take people with high CGPA, like 9.7, 9.5, even if their other profile is not. But there are some schools who consider a holistic profile. The even if your CGPA is not good, like 8 and around, and if you have research internships, papers, or just internships, multiple internships, and then they could consider you. It's a black box system. You don't know why you're selected, you don't know why you're not selected. So that's one thing. Experience, as I said, uh, research internships matter a lot. They are the highest. Then comes your simple internship, SWA, development work, and all that. With respect to other people, if it's not research, it's weighted below. If it's research, you publish your work. If it's cutting edge, it's way better. And then there are projects. Projects come way below, because there is a chance that you may have copied from the GitHub, so they comes way below. Yeah. And then there are research paper, as I mentioned. If it's from you, it's fine if you're not published to the best of the journals. It's fine. You can publish your own work. You can publish with your on-campus people. Where are you? If you are in IIT Madras, it would be great. You publish with them, and then it will definitely help a lot. And if you are not at IIT Madras, you have some tier 3 college or some tier 2 college, then you see which professor is kind of doing work. try to have a rapport with them, build and start putting some research papers. Even if there are some reports, there is plenty of things to do. You will get to know from Kaggle, especially with respect to MS computer science. I will say that try reading a lot of papers, take the code, change something, try that, and then publish. It's fine. It's fine. For an undergraduate, they are not expecting a lot. They are just saying what kind of curiosity you have. And even let's say if you severely lack in CGPA, then there is one thing that people do is put in hard effort in standardized test scores. So what are these standardized test scores? Let's get into it. So GRE is kind of a thing where they test your quantitative ability. There is English as well. So people take GRE especially if you are low at CGPA, and then you score around 310, more than 310, 315, 320, and this can help negate the impact of low CGPA. And there is TOEFL and IELTS are English proficiency tests. So the universities in the US expect that you have high proficiency in English, and that's why they ask you to take this test. You should see each university has criteria to what kind of score they want from students. The New York University has 90. Certain universities have 95, and you have to see it beforehand, and then try your mock test. These are pretty easy. You can, with 1 2 weeks of effort max, you could get a good score. But for GRE, you have to take a specialized effort. So people not coming from math background may struggle, because earlier this GRE was way longer. It was 3.5 hours. Now they have shortened the GRE test, so it's 1.5 hours. So you have very short period of time. Your small mistake may vary a lot score in the main exam. You have to practice a lot. So you have to at least give max at max you could try give GRE 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, not an issue. At max you could give 5 times, but try giving GRE as early as possible if you're not good at CGPA. If your CGPA is above 9.2, 9, even 9, then I think that won't matter a lot. GRE won't matter a lot. But having a both good CGPA and good GRE means that you are definitely in the bright space, and there won't be any hiccups to land you on good score. So having both is always great. If you don't, then I suggested what we could do is have a good GRE. And yeah, and if you start early for GRE, like let's say we are discussing example with respect to a fall 2026 students. So you will be start applying from August 2025 to December 2025. People usually take GRE in the space of January to August, September, October max. That's the worst case. And even if you score low, then you could take another things. I will explain with that. There are certain things that you may not even require GRE. So yeah. So which universities? So I will show you a list here based on their rankings, because unlike unlike India, in USA, the kind of the college is just the university. They have one single campus. Some have 2 or 3, and that's the main thing there. They have their central lab. Like, yeah. So this is the website, MS USA, which has comprehensively ranked universities. This may not be accurate to the point. There will be some issues like, yeah. So these are the list of universities. You start with the best: MIT, the Stanford, UCB. And these are particularly for masters in computer science. And you can search for others as well. You will get the list. But most of the time, the list remains the same, because US as an economy is tech focused mostly. And that's how the universities get ranked there. And yeah, UC 10 until Harvard and UCLA and all that. You have here they have listed only 8 universities. Some universities you may know they are not even here. So yeah, they may be public universities. So let's say you have decided your profile, you have built your profile, and now you want to select the universities. So one thing is that while building your profile, you can do one thing which nobody lets you know, that I have seen certain cases. They have literally kind of half their fees. They have got research assistantship even before landing at US. That is that you try contacting US professors directly for when you are in undergrad, and then you try to work with them for like 2 months, 3 months, as much as possible. If you can continue your engagement with them, and let's say I get an research internship remotely, or maybe you can choose to go while you are undergrad in summer with them in New York City and have affiliation with the professor with that. Then he may choose to sponsor you, or he may choose to give some on-campus job even before you land. So that will easily help you decide the university, and the kind of research work will let you know what kind of universities you choose. Let's say I decide from I get an internship from NYU, then you could do one thing, that you could choose universities which are just above them a lot, and you could to choose 1 2 universities. So that's how you choose universities. If you're in, if I have decided the best case. But if not, if you're just undergrad, you have done internships in India, maybe not even internships, some research projects, then you go through the profile, you look into it. If your GRE score is around 310 and 310 and your CGPA is around 9, uh, then you could decide universities from T10 to T30, as we have discussed in the list, T10 to T30, and you could easily get an admit from that. Now that's not an issue. Uh, you then decide which is your desired program. So there is one thing that people usually do, which nobody tells you. So sometimes people have good profile, but they are not eligible for Ivy League schools. So what they do is they choose a non-traditional track. So CS, electrical, electronics, uh, and these are some sorry, civil engineering. These are some traditional tracks. There is a lot of competition in this, coming from all across India. But there are some programs in universities which are non-traditional. You have to look into it, and there may be less engagement in those programs, less applications in those programs. Your selection rate may be high, but you want to get into a good university. It's your priority. I choose the program because I want to be versatile. I want to be have my paths open. So that's one thing for me. But if you want to have a better weightage for university, then you could choose that program, study it, what kind of profiles get selected in those universities, and that's how you choose the university and the program itself. And then next thing is research funding. You definitely want to get into university which has a research funding. Otherwise, you will be just there for job, looking for job, which is in current times quite a bit of difficult. Uh, and then there are on-campus jobs. See how people like you scrape through, you start different profiles of people who just got into the university, and see if they have on-campus job, and the location. At last, if it's not possible for you to get into T30, T20, then there is one factor you should decide is location. Better California, Texas, or New York, because this other than this, you have to research well about the program and their outcomes regarding placements and all that. But if you are in these 3 states, then you are easy. It's your journey becomes easy. These 3 states are expensive. That's one thing, but they may help you get long regarding internships and all that. So that's how the locations comes into play. Uh, there are some preferences by the company to directly come to office, and you may not need not. And there are some companies who may need not pay you shifting bonus, like change the location. They don't pay you for that, and that's one criteria for companies to decide students as well. That's how the location helps. So that's one thing. You then list some universities based on these criteria. Yeah, it takes time. It's not in Indian kind of process where you just put in your score and just start do the all the thing. And you just hop into some university based on the algorithm. It's your choice. You have to research well. This process takes 1-2 months of time. You have to start early. And then you shortlist them into these three categories: ambitious, moderate, and safe. Uh, Basically, you categorize some university as safe based on your profile. You look into the profile of people who have already been there. If it's similar to you, like CGPA is similar to you, the CR score is similar to you, they may have same number of internships, or and then you could categorize them as safe. Sometimes it may not go well. Sometimes it may go well. So what you do is, if your profile fits in some kind of T10 to T20, you pick some colleges which are from T10, some from T20, and some from below T20, and then you could categorize them, all those below T20 as safe, all those in between T10 and T20 as moderate, and above them as ambitious. Yeah. So that's how do you categorize the universities. I was not initially known to it. I later came to know known to it. Yeah. And then there are letters. So these are the biggest. It's like university admission is like kind of fashion walk. So you may have the good physics, and you may have good aesthetics, but if you don't know to walk, don't know to showcase yourself, then you're gone. You may end up make a laugh of yourself. So I have seen people getting rejected even if they have good profile. uh, I will show you some resources as well about that. There are many cases. You could find it on Reddit. So why it's happened is that most people forget to tell that why they want to choose this particular career. And that's where the statement of purpose comes. University wants to know why, what kind of motivation you have for coming to masters. So that's where this statement of purpose comes. So let's see what are the things that are required in the statement of purpose. So these are the things I have listed down the questions of what are the things that are required statement of purpose. So trending technologies and your motivation. So mine one was that I did an internship in Apexico Technologies till then, and then after I started my next internship in Isania. So and then later that year, as you know, ChatGPT launched. So I was working with those APIs, solving use cases and all that. And my motivation was to make use case and make these systems responsible, and that's what I put in earlier, and my earlier motivation. So that's how I put it. These are the definite questions that you need to be answered, that your SOP should answer. And this building an SOP takes 1 month, max 2 months around time. You have to, yeah, you don't have to sound too much technical jargon. You don't have to sound absolutely no jargon. uh, you have to sound in a sweet, you have to be in a sweet spot. So that's how it's which field do you wish to pursue MS degree, technical aspects, what work is currently going on in this field. You need to know that. There are like many SOPs I have read around online. They are just like many are just like research paper. They end up referencing. It's like a typical Indian guy referring to uh, his politician chacha. Like, I have a reference to this, I have reference to this, and then they reject you, even if you have good profile. It's all about your own motivation, not your references. Yes, they do count, but that experience do count. People don't. So that's the thing. And then academic background, like what subjects did you learn? Which subject did you interest the most? What intrigued you in those subjects? So these are the things. You can take a screenshot. I will share the link. Not a problem. And then you describe the courses that you enjoyed. Yeah, that's in simple version. Your favorite lab courses, Why do you excel in those? What kind of motivation, what kind of future do you see on those subjects? So that's one thing. Anything like projects, your projects, if you have worked in, I highly ask people to work in open source, because most of the projects you do are repeated and they don't hold much value. So start as early, learn some language, get in, use ChatGPT, use something, start learning from the reports. I was not able to do it, but highly recommend people doing it. Start reading research papers, see what is changing. You may not solve a lot of things. You may solve one, two issues, even not, but you still be ahead of a lot of 99% of the people, because most of the articles, most of the uh, YouTube videos, they only come after research paper is published and the code is published. People study that and then they push the content. And if you are just at the mouth of the tap, then you are the first to grab one. So that's why I prefer that. Then you will discuss your projects, and then your co-curricular, extracurricular activities. If you are going to masters, this won't count much. But if you are going to undergrad for years, then this is the way, bro. This is the way. You have to have great extracurricular work. You have to have NGO work. You have to have different interest. You have to showcase that in a broad fashion. Because what else a student with 11, 12 will do, right? He cannot do a lot much technical, not much technical, even it is expected. There are people who utilize their connections and get into student researcher and all those things. But but the problem with that is there are not much plenty opportunities available for these things. Then you have to showcase this co-curricular, extracurricular work, but not much. If something special is there, you can mention here. And then there is work experience. This is the most important thing. What kind of things you have worked on? Like there are people I've seen profiles. They have like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years experience. There are some good companies, Google, Facebook, Amazon, maybe even in service companies like TCS, Infosys, but they haven't worked on cutting edge. There are some on some support role, there are some on development role, development but not cutting edge, pretty common role, and their experience don't count. That's how it works. So typically, universities are looking for profiles which are attached to newest technologies, and that's how you should plan your internships as well. If you are in first year, second year, definitely it's not possible for you to get a research internship. Then take time. Don't hop on into just traditional roles. Take your time, learn the deep learning, large language model subjects even ahead of your time. If you don't have that in your semester, in your term right now, not a problem. You learn that yourself. Then try approaching people. Even if the technology, like even if the work you do is kind of development, but it's on the latest technology, which is trending, then that will be a great help. The yeah and here in with respect to project, if you like if there is kind of BDM project involved where you have done some groundwork by yourself and solve some things, then they matter a lot, not just projects who have GitHub links. And then there is university specific, like what kind of research aspirations you have. Like this kind of para is absolutely necessary, because they need to know that how much interest you have in the universities, how much info do you have about the university. You tell them about the lab you want to work on, the technologies you want to work on, and what kind of impact those technologies are going to create, and what kind of people they are. Like you could mention the names of the professors you want to work on, and then you could match them with your personal strengths, and then write it in your SOP. So this is the most important thing. As I said, it's the walk. You are a fashion model. You have the physique, but if you don't walk, it won't count. So this is the walk. And the next thing would be the letter of recommendation. And these are the collabs that people do for you if you work good. So if, as I said, you need to build a good rapport with people you work. Even if you don't work, it's fine. Have 3 letters from your college professors who taught you. One should be from the professor or person who have done project with you, and then you mentioned that one could be like you have done some extracurricular work around your college or in IIT MBS program as well. Then you could take that, and one could be just explaining about your interest in the subject and all that. So that could be it. But if you are professional, so you could do that. You could take one from manager and he could talk about you. There are some sample letters in this. Please ping me around in LinkedIn. I will share that to you, or I will share that to the team. They will add to the description. Not an issue. So this is the people talking about you. And this is one of the necessary things, not the most, but one of the necessary things. Here, if you have a person from US, like I said, if you manage to get a research internship earlier from US, I have seen people doing it. I didn't know it. That's the problem. The information is very scarce. That's why I'm taking a lot of time explaining this thing. If you get an US internship, then this LOR is gonna count a lot. A lot means lot. This is gonna the bright spot in your application. And yeah, and the next, yeah, these are the 2 letters that help you display yourselves, how you look. And then there are application requirements. Like, for example, you have built your profile, your statement of purpose is ready, your LOR is ready, the laws are ready, and then one thing is that you have to change the SOP based on the university. For example, with respect to NYU, I had mentioned different labs. NYU has kind of a different format for SOP, so you have to change. You kind of have different kind of SOP, a basic one, and then you at point you choose a university, and then you build a different SOP for that university. There will be things that they are expecting, and that will be mentioned in the university website. So you look into it, you cater your SOP around that. And each university has different preferences with respect to GRE, especially in current days where a lot of things are happening around GRE. So there are some universities, even Ivy League universities, who don't prefer GRE. They just look into your profile, what work you have done, and you are good to go. There are some universities who don't even prefer TOEFL, mostly T50 and above universities. But mostly they prefer an English proficiency test, so it's better if you take it. And there are some universities, the WSE evaluation is kind of thing, right? You have a CGPA, right? But that CGPA is in terms of Indian scale, 1 to 10. But in US, there is scale of 1 to 4. So you have to change the scale. So there's this company WS that comes into play. You submit your transcripts to them, and they will give a document about your relative score with respect to that scale. So some universities required the and recently most of the universities have given up. Like every application I did, it wasn't required. Some universities still require it, so you have to look into the specifics. And then there are application fee waivers. Some universities know that $100 for Indian perspective is a lot, so they provide application fee waivers. That's why there is one trick with that. This application fee waivers, that you contact 2 universities early and see and express your interests, and they definitely there is a 40-60 chance that they will provide you the application fee waiver if you are an Indian student and if you have a good profile and if you contact them early. So typical application window for fall is from August to August 20. For example, in our example case, a person who is going in fall 2026, the application window will start from August 2025 to January, March 2026. And if you are a student who are aspiring for spring, then it will start from October till Jan. So that's how it goes. You contact the university early by August. August, September, and then universities are mostly happy to do it. So you pick multiple universities. People usually tend to pick around 10 universities, and then they juggle with that and try their luck. So admits. Before going into that, that's what I discussed, the number of universities you should go, and then you will be receiving around 50% or 60% of the number you have applied admits, hopefully, if your shortlisting is right. Yeah. In that case, in your admits, some universities specifically mention the scholarship in the admit letter itself. Some universities have different forms for scholarship, so it's case basis. You look into the university website and do that. Some universities think that you may not have taken the adequate prerequisites for the courses that are going to happen at MS or in their MS program. Then they will suggest you to take some more mandatory courses. Then there is curricular practice training. Like this is kind of on-campus job employment or even off campus where you work within when you study. So it depends on university as well. Some universities don't even allow it. Some universities allow it. NYU allows it. Hopefully, I will get it. And then there is internship and placement assistant. Every university has their own placement cell. Mostly in United States, people apply offline only through LinkedIn, through different channels, through emailing, through career page websites. And then there are placement resources where there are career fairs um, in the companies, sorry, in the university, and you apply through that. That's one thing. And for internship, that's a similar process as an full-time employment opportunity. You apply directly, or you go through the the career page or replacement cell like we have at IIT Madras. And when you get the oral admits, you see you study all those admits with respect to these 4 or maybe 5 criterias, and then you decide which one is better. In my case, I thought NYU was better compared to USC, and then I decided to go with it. So overall package, I have not mentioned fees here. So fees do play a crucial role. If you get scholarship, then it becomes a good package. The scholarship has to be at least more than 10%, and then it becomes a good package. It's upon you how you decide. Then there is location as well, as I earlier said, the location matters, and that's how you decide what kind of university you want to go. And then you choose one, you take choose 1 or 2, max 2, and then you apply for the I-20. So I-20 is that you share your decision with the university and tell the university that I am coming to your university and please ask US government to save my name. So they give a service letter, service ID, and then you use it for getting a loan. And you contact. I usually like in my case, we contacted multiple most of the banks in India. Most of the NBFCs in India have proposal from all of them, and chose from the best. Mostly it would be a bank who will give a best proposal, because NBFC would have a 1%, 1.5%, maybe 0.5% cut over your loan and processing fees. So yeah, these are the things. And then there is visa interview. Like it may take around 1-2 months to get even a visa interview. So that's one thing. And then you have to build a profile separately just for user visa entry, just to tell the US government that we are not here to stay, we are here to learn. So that's different. This is the only thing different with the United States application, apart from other countries like Germany, Australia, England, uh, Ireland. People usually go. I have friends who have been to these places as well. That's the only thing different with respect to these countries. These countries, if you have a loan letter, they will just let you pass. But the United States, they will take an interview, see what kind of person you are in the interview. And yeah, currently I'm in that stage of process. I'm currently working the slots. Hopefully I get it. Yeah. So these are some hard facts before you start an application. It is hell of expensive. I mean, for an Indian person, just the application process is expensive than the BS degree program itself. So that's one thing. It takes somewhere from 3.54 lakhs to anywhere, not 10 lakhs. If you choose to go to Ivy Leagues, around 10 lakhs is required for every process until you land into United States and get the loan. That's how I put it, the expense. Uh, if you get a loan, then there is different dependency. You cover that, you hedge that from your future opportunities. This is time consuming, hell of a lot of time consuming. You will lose your nights over it. You will lose your patience. Admits do take time. In my case, the last admit arrived in May, and the first arrived in January. So there were 5 months gap about your future at university. You start looking at the campuses. You start looking them at holistically, and then you received another admit, then another admit, then another admit. That's how it is. It is definitely mentally very exhausting because it's year-long process. In India, we have very simple process. We have marks, and they give decisions in 3-4 rounds. For JOSA, if you not go through that, then you just have to pay some fees, and you are good to go. That's how it is. This process is very mentally exhausting. You have to buckle up for the this is one hell of a ride. And yeah, so these are some tools. I will be explaining how I use these tools, how you could use these tools to learn a lot. The main thing about all these tools is learn from the experience of the people. So yeah, the first one is profile building. So when you are at stage one, you are in undergrad, first year, second year. You try contacting with all the ways you get, all the ways. You try reaching out people in LinkedIn to work on cutting edge technology. Initially, you can work for free. It will be great. You will learn, and as it will be free. If you see it's something, anything is not happening, you could leave. Then there is cold email. If you want research assistantship, cold email to different professors working in the IIT, uh, and ask them what kind of roles they are looking on. See first create a niche for yourself. Decide what kind of niche in your particular field you are working on. If you are from computer science, I can tell you UX, front end, back end. Then there is generative AI, DevOps, data science. In data science, you have DL, deep learning, then all kind of that, LLM ops, ML ops, all kind of things. First, you decide a niche, and then you do some kind of projects and all that around that, and then you contact people. People are happy to help. People are very generous. Just don't shy to approach. Just most of the two internship I discussed, right? I got them directly by cold emailing, and not even cold emailing. I approached them via Twitter, and that's how I got it. So I discussed about my interest. I showed one of my projects, and then they say, "Yeah, you could work with us." And that's how I got it. And on-campus research, as I discussed, you try to build a rapport with the professor who is working in some kind of research. He may be in some kind of PhD, or she maybe have completed his PhD and working on some research paper. You could work with them. And then there is open source. There are GSOC. There are companies who have open projects. You learn GitHub. You do 1-2 projects in Mad1, or complete the diploma in programming. You start working with them, and hopefully, if you do some great contributions, then you could mention that in SOP. Most of these things are come handy when you have something to mention in SOP. Let's say if you have a marketing internship and you are aspiring for a MSc or MS in computer science, it won't help. It is garbage. Then there is university shortlisting. So in my case, I had a counselor. I will discuss about that, what it helps. And then there is Reddit. So Reddit is kind of all those people who go to United States, most of them are on Reddit for technical things. Reddit is a great space for techies and elite-minded people and seniors. So all those universities you are thinking to go, you think that you have better chance at, try contacting their seniors via LinkedIn. Don't be shy. Try contacting hundreds, if not 200s of them. Some of them will reply, some of them will share you deep insights with respect to universities. Some of don't be much shy to them. Share your resume, what things you could build, what things you should work on. They will share their data. Gather as much data. Keep reading. Keep reading. There is no single formula for getting a good admin. You keep reading. You use online resources. I haven't mentioned Twitter here. There are some people like DD, Dirbakya Das, and um, there are some people who explicitly have their own groups. You could join them. You could ask them. Then there are YouTube resources. You could. The one thing I want to share is that if you have to pay something for to getting some research and to getting some work, then I think it's not worth it. Don't do it. Only amount you have to pay while the process is to the universities, to the exams. That's all we need. You need not pay to get a work. So this is one website I wanted to mention that in India, consultancies and coaching centers charge you hefty fees for GRE and TOEFL on north of 50,000. In best case 30,000, 20,000. But I would say absolutely not necessary. GRE just enhances your profile if you have bad CGPA, like 7, 8. But and still, if you want to have a good score, Greg Matt is the way. He's a tutor working from US itself. There are a ton of stories I have studied from him, and he's a great tutor. He has a great website, great portal. I will just go over it. Yeah, this is his portal. As you see, just $8 per month, not a lot for Indian student. And there are a ton of most of the students coming to this portal are Indian students, and it's very helpful. They will this portal will help you with both the exams, the English proficiency test and the GRE as well. Then there is, as I discussed, loan. Directly contact to banks. Don't go to NBFCs, have proposal with them, but mostly I've seen that banks give the best proposal. Make sure you negotiate very hard with them. Make sure you bring down interest as low as possible. Currently, we don't have great times, so the interest is north of 10, 11%. Yeah, and then there is one thing I forgot to mention that when you receive your admits, there may be a position where you may have multiple admits. And let's say you are in, for example, we are discussing with respect to student who is going to fall 2026. Then he will be having admits from January 2026 to May 2026. So there comes a time like in April 26, you may have multiple admits. Just mail to the person at the admission council at that university that you have multiple admits, and if there is any chance, please increase scholarship and all that. That's kind of a negotiation with the admission council of the university. People don't do that. I happen to came to know it very lately, thanks to a dear friend. Forgot to mention his link here. I will mention that. He's he's kind of having consultancy. He's from, and but they don't charge you. They take their funding from US itself. So yeah, there are some good people around the space. There are some very bad actors around the space. We will be discussing that too. This is a website which kind of a comprehensive website. If you want to pursue MS in US, you must know it. There are a lot of people discussing a lot of things, their experiences with college and all that. You jot it down and see what you could do. You learn a lot from this website, read a lot, and then you come to know what's the process. This process is very long, very exhaustive. You need to read a lot. There are a ton of questions at the start. Everything will get sorted out. Keep reading, keep talking to people. Everything will get. Don't shy away from emails and all that. So yeah, that's the thing. Should I hire a counselor? I would say yes, just for United States, not for other countries, because this process is very exhausting. Any at any point of time in application, you may have issues. There are not all things will be explained online. So but there's one thing that your counselor should not be affiliated to any particular institute. If they are affiliated, I would recommend that you don't take the counselor. You go by yourself. He or she should have minimalistic interference in your application profile. He may give some shortlisted universities. You read a lot. Try Reddit. There are different profiles that have admits, and you could see how it goes. And then you add some colleges of your own. Read some colleges of from the list. That's fine. That's totally fine. Not an issue. I'm saying we need a counselor for especially USA because of visa profile building. So what happens that a lot of people go through all this process. They come to at the end for the visa interview, and the visa it gets rejected. Your entire effort goes down the drain. Why? Because the guy sitting at the visa consulate thinks that you are going to be a potential immigrant into the United States, and this may harm their country, and that's why we need a counselor here. This is the main reason. All other steps you could do it by yourselves, not necessary you need a counselor for that. Especially the profile building thing, you have to do it by yourselves. No counselor in India is gonna tell you that how to build a great profile. You have to look into it yourselves and then build yourselves. It's kind of building your own. You have to do it yourselves. But with respect to financial posturing, you have to posture yourselves in such a way that uh, you have to sound self-sufficient with respect to the money, and that's why the counselor comes. I suggest not compulsory. If you find if you have some people around you who have been through the process, then definitely don't hire a counselor if you have some people around you. But if you are loner like me, first time going, not great contacts around you, not approachable, then you need to hire a counselor. I've been to every counselor in Pune. I've been to all of them. I've been I've been talking to past students as well, and that's one feedback I received, that hire a counselor who don't have an affiliation. Because I will share your disclaimer that there are some counselors known as bad actors. They push you into some universities who universities pay back to counselors as part of as a part from your fee. So this is definitely not a good tactic from their side, but they do. So make sure you hire a counselor who is experienced, must have at least 10 years experience, because the what counselor has a specific knowledge about the university. Some universities prefer profile which have quality research experience. Some universities prefer profile with just good GRE score. You can have a 330, you may have 7 CGPA, you still in, not a problem. Some universities prefer a holistic profile there, and the counselor suggests you how to showcase your SOP with respect to the particular institute. That's where his expertise comes, and that's one thing. And then and then there is we discussed about the financial posturing. That's why we need. And then I think I covered the most important aspects which are not talked about.
Sir, thank you so much for the presentation. It was actually very well researched, in depth,